Holy shit, can you hear me? I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I can hear you so loud and clear.
Holy fuck.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited to announce not only is this episode 30 of the 7 on 7 podcast, but this is an absolute full circle moment. We will get into it. But today on the show, I have Mr. Taylor Guerrero. Sorry, I gotta say it. I gotta roll my R.
Got it?
I gotta roll the R a little
Buddy's
bit.
got it.
It's Tay Goody. It's Taylor Money merch. You know
Let's
the fucking.
go.
You know the fucking vibes.
There we
Gotta
go.
put them all in there.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. That was a fucking entrance. Thank
Come on,
you, man.
son. We here to do the damn thing. But guys,
Wow.
before I get into asking him, what he does and the whole gamut that you guys hear on every episode, we got to dive into a little bit of why this is such a full circle moment. So if you guys remember episode 23, I'm pretty sure I had Adrian Verdelt on the show. The boy. I had Adrian on the show, and he was on the show off a recommendation, and someone in my comment section was like, yo, Adrian would be perfect for this show. That was me. This is the man who commented. That happened, and then as some of you guys saw on my story, this episode's going to come out on Monday, but as you guys saw on my story, my boy Jake Shore was here in town playing from Boston. He on part of his tour, and he's playing Time Nightclub. He was staying with me for 2 days, and then the night of the show, we go do the little dinner and the pregame shit, and then we end up at this like house party type vibe for a little bit right before we was popping out to the club. And I walk in the door, bro.
Life is crazy.
Yeah, let me see.
Life is fucking crazy.
Yeah, you tell your perspective from it first, and then
Okay.
I'll tell mine. Because genuinely, guys, this shit was absolutely wild
Dude,
full circle moment.
It was insane, man. We were shooting a trailer park day in a life for Nico and Sway, who was headlining there at Time, right?
Yep.
And obviously, we pull up to the pregame, and lo and behold, we're at the pregame for probably like 15, 20 minutes, and fucking we see this fucking guy. We see Gage in there, and I'm just like, wait, I fucking know you from somewhere.
Why do I know this
and,
dude?
and then we were with Sammy, and then Sammy was like, wait, yo, like, come meet my boy. And then we meet, and then lo and behold, he knows Ben really well, his brother.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, wait, what the fuck? Like, and then I just had this moment. I was just like, holy fuck. These are just worlds colliding right now.
No, literally, it was worlds colliding, full circle, and that's the other thing that was crazy for me that night is I met Sam, which I had never met, and Sam is Ben Swanson's brother, and as you guys know, I had Ben Swanson on the show. Ben's one of my boys, and then I met his brother, which was like so random seeing Ben's brother at the party, and then he's like, "Yo, I'm here with the trailer park dudes." I'm like, "Wait, the trailer park dudes?" And then, dude, it was just
so wild.
Yeah, seriously.
There was a lot of people in that fucking party, by the way. So we were
okay.
just like,
What was that like? Was that a pregame? Was that just like a house party that
It was a pregame house party, but you could tell like Nico Sway, they live in the area.
Gotcha.
So like a lot of it was just probably like a lot of old friends that are in town and shit.
Yeah, because they're OC natives, so it was like
exactly.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
God,
dude.
there were so many people.
It was packed. We walked in.
There's no footage of that night, but
yeah, I know, dude. We walked in the house. I was like, yo, is this like? Are we supposed to be here, or is this like someone was just throwing like a fucking party and we just showed up?
Middle of Newport Beach, just like 100 people there.
Oh yeah, easily, fucking, dude, unbelievable. Well, fucking Shane, right? Yeah. Shane's off camera here. You guys can't see. He came with Taylor here, but
Shane's my pen pal. Shane's actually my Webkins for anyone that knows.
No, dude, Webkins is so OG, dog. Oh,
I got my Webkins in the corner.
Bro, nothing will ever beat those Webkins Club Shane. Penguin days, bro. Those Webkins Club Penguin days was crazy.
They're goated.
Dude, so goated. Oh, my fucking God. Well, now that we got that out of the way, I had to explain it to you guys of why we were like so amped to do this because it was such a full circle moment. Yeah, it really is. But so for those people who are listening, who are watching, who don't know you, kind of give a little synopsis of like who you are, what you do, where you came from, just kind of like a little overview before we like start to dive into some shit.
So Taylor, I do product development and I do a little bit of production too. So I help run Money Merch in Orange, right? We do a lot of clothing, apparel, you name it, like, DJ scaling businesses through merch, right? And then a lot of that is just basically, artists, businesses, hip hop, you name it, we've done it, right?
Yeah.
And then I also do a production company called Trailer Park, which is we shoot music videos for free, and it's all sponsored by the merchandise that we sell. So then we find artists that are, not popping at all. They have really good music, but
They just don't have the funds or the
exactly,
backing.
they just don't have the backing, right? Or the platform. And
Totally.
we literally find them. Oh my God, we need to fly them out and shoot a whole music video.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
just
so
like
awesome,
we filmed
dude.
the whole process, right?
That's so amazing.
And it's super sick because you can really see artists who's like essentially at zero, but then through this whole process, you kind of basically get them a platform.
Yeah, you get them
right?
above zero.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and number one, dude, just because I said the same thing to Adrian when he was on the show, and I'm going to give you the same fucking flowers for what you guys do at Trailer Park, because it's so incredible that you guys do that, because it's so selfless. You know what I mean? Like, usually business is all about, we need to make some sort of profit. We got to be in the green. We got to do this. At the end of the day, it's a business, which I'm sure you do. But also just that aspect of that you're supplying a platform to artists who probably wish that they had that, and maybe they just don't have the means, whether that's financially, whether that's environmental, whatever that may be, to give people that platform to help their career out in such a selfless way is amazing. So I got to give you the flowers for that, bro. It's beautiful. That's such a beautiful thing, for real.
Yeah, it's been a journey, man. It's been like it's so awesome to be able to like one, like, obviously we live in a digital world now, so like
That's
being
facts.
able to find someone on the internet and they have dope music, right? And they live in, let's say they live in Florida, right? We literally find them, DM them, email them, hey, we need to fly you out, fly them out the next week, shoot a whole music video, put up a budget, everyone's in on it. We have a team of like 10. And
Crazy.
everyone has a different job, and we just fucking do it.
Yeah, and also like you got to realize too, like the feeling you're also providing an artist like that when they come out, they're getting flown out. Like, bro, I'm speaking from being an artist. Like, getting flown out somewhere to go do something is like already such an unbelievable feeling. Excuse me, and then like flying them out to a production company, like a whole setup and shit, and they're probably in their minds like, what the fuck is actually going on right now? Like, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, and again, we're just like a team at it, so it's like everyone does an important job, and it's like just having fun at the end of the day.
Have to, bro. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? You know what I mean?
A lot of long nights, but we're having fun.
That's how it gets done.
Lots of White Claws too.
Lots of those. So you do Trailer Park and Money Merch.
Yeah.
Those were like probably like your two main things.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
yeah, no, I don't mean to interrupt.
Actually, so we do. So yeah, Money Merch, Trailer Park, and then there's a Figure It Out, which is a business that my friends in Texas started.
Okay.
Who run an events company.
Got you.
So you name it, like if you need staffing or you need basically someone to make and run your event.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say like I have a showcase and I have 10 artists on it.
Mm-hmm.
I need someone to run that event.
Got you.
And they'll do that.
Sick.
So then they brought me into that, and then I kind of helped them, in the LA and stuff like that. So it's basically just like a multitude of things.
Got you.
We got the merch, the video production, and then the events.
Hey, you ain't got to explain it to me.
Yeah, bro,
I'm in the 3 game doing shit as well.
Speaking of, this guy has fucking CDJs in the corner here. Plays me a whole set. I loved it, by the way. And then he has a whole, studio table with like beat making stuff. And then he has this whole podcast to the right of it.
Yep.
Dude, that's fucking lit.
We're trying to do it.
I need to have this shit, man. Blake, we need to get a fucking room like this. What the hell?
Everything in one spot, dude. Whatever needs to be done, just come here and we can get it done.
So fucking
that's
sick.
been the whole.
dang it.
I know. I love it, man.
I wish you guys
a blessing.
understood the vibe in here. This is like I just everywhere I look, it's like, damn, I need that. I would love to have that in my house.
Oh, thank you, man. That's love. I appreciate that.
So sick.
So the Money Merch thing.
Yeah.
How did that start? Is that what's
so-
kind of like the background? You just wanted to start making clothes, and then it kind of turned into this whole like brand artist development thing, or
So it basically so I started off going to OCC.
okay, shout out.
Yeah, shout out OCC. And I wanted to go to school to be an accountant.
Okay,
Which, looking back, wasn't a terrible idea, but
gotta learn numbers.
exactly,
Yeah, gotta learn numbers.
wasn't where my headspace was at, right?
Yeah, okay.
So basically, my sophomore year, going into junior year, I had my like, what am I doing moment? Because I was basically going for my mom, and I live in a Latino household, so it's very much like, education.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh no, I got to try something. So then I took a fashion merchandising class
Okay.
my junior year. And completely changed my life, bro. I literally was like, oh, I need to do this. Like,
Yeah.
this is literally next semester. I went all in, completely changed all my classes, and it was just basically up from there. So as soon as I did that, it was like I started then doing DIY underground shows in LA, and then I dove my feet into like throwing on shows. So it was like Xavier Wolf, Eddie Baker, NASCAR Allo, Hollow Squash, stuff like that,
Dope.
right? And then that then led to having a clothing brand named Too Goody that was like, in my eyes, it was a very local brand.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you start off,
Totally. I feel like we all had those at some point.
It's just like, you do it. And it was cool for a second. And that's basically how I got into clothing, was
Dope.
like through that, right? And then while I was doing that, OCC had a room called the Makerspace, which had a DTG printer. And for those of you who don't know what a DTG printer is, it's a direct-to-garment printer for T-shirts. And it's basically just imagine like a paper printer, and it's literally just layering ink on top, directly right on top of the T-shirt. And all you got to do is just heat press it, and it just dries. So
You just make sure it's right there.
make shirts. So I literally was just making my own Too Goody merch there.
I'd be sitting in that maker's
No,
fucking hall,
literally.
fucking
I
been
was,
slanging
and
shirts.
it was the first semester of it opening, and I was just hoarding the time.
Oh,
In there.
I would do the same thing.
Literally in there, and it was just like I was just doing that, and then I would that evolved into like, all right, I would flip these T-shirts to like local businesses, and then I started creating like I called it Merch Mob, and it was basically just like a clothing apparel, I'll make your T-shirts type of thing.
Got
I was
you.
just flipping T-shirts out of there, and then that was going on for a little bit, and then obviously. Then that's when the Dennis Rodman play came into
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis
play.
Rodman, bro. I was
Like the Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, the Rodman, the worm,
The worm.
the worm, and that's basically when my buddy Connor came to me and was like, "Hey, I have this play, and we're basically gonna run Dennis Rodman's merch for however long, right?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, that's crazy. All right, let's do it." So then that was like my break.
Wow.
My break into the big, the leagues. Or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
The big leagues.
The big leagues.
Yeah,
and
the big
I
leagues.
basically just had like a crash course with him and just like figuring out how to scale his merch because he was already popping, but he just
course.
needed someone to
Dennis
handle
Rodman.
it. Exactly, right? It's like Dennis Rodman, but you can't say no.
Yeah, what?
But at the time, I was just like, I'm learning as I go too. So,
But there was an element of and it's so funny because I've said this before, in a situation like that, because I've had similar situations where you get a really big job, but you're in your mind, you're still like, holy shit, I'm still kind of figuring out how the fuck this works, but I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna do it. I'm just
Literally.
saying yes, and whatever I gotta learn in the process to get this done, delivered, and executed perfectly. That's what I'm gonna do.
We did not say no, and we literally tried to ship out. We did. We shipped out over 10,000 orders out of my garage. Whoa! Fold and bagged them, and then put them into plastic bags for a drop. And we hired two of my other friends, Ben and Kobe, and we did 10,000 ish orders out of my garage, bro. That took us like 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
To like literally every day after work or every day after school, just like tried to just pump them out.
Just packing clothes.
Literally packing clothes.
Holy
And we would just pay
shit.
them like a day rate, and like they would just come every day after work, and we would just go.
Yeah, but see, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Like, and that's that's the mindset that you gotta have to be able to
So
get shit
wild.
done like that. Like, yo, we got 10,000 orders. We're doing this shit out of my garage. Well, guess
Literally.
what? Fuck it.
Literally.
We're getting it done, son. Damn, that's crazy. So
Yeah.
now, I guess because what I've seen, from social and kind of like about money merch, and I think I talked to Sam a little bit about it that night. But so now money merch, obviously, please correct me if I'm wrong, is kind of like a one-stop shop, does it all. Like you do
We do it all.
blank sourcing, distribution, printing. Do you guys do like embossment, embroidery,
Yeah.
like
So the money
like
merch,
kind of just everything that you need in apparel? You guys
literally,
do it.
Yeah, everything's under one shop. So
Wow.
it's basically screen printing, embroidery, direct to garment, which is the DTJ I was talking about earlier.
Yep.
And then fulfillment, which is basically just shipping stuff out, right? Packing, shipping stuff out. And then we have a sticker department.
Oh,
and
dope.
then we also source items that we don't do in-house.
Okay.
And then we also design.
Wow.
So it's
Jeez.
it's all under one roof. You can basically come to us for a project, and we just like, all right, what do you need? You need this, you need that. All right, cool. You need this. You're gonna
Here's
drop.
what it costs.
Yeah, exactly. This is your drop date. Okay, we're gonna help you with the rollout, a little bit of rollout, and just be as involved as you need us to be.
Damn.
And we kind of just plug and play, and basically we are the manufacturer, so we're able to help scale these artists, DJs, clothing brands to like on a high level, because contrary to belief, like there are minimums in this industry, and there are certain things that you have to do, but we're able to take that out of the equation and basically elevate people's merch game, because it doesn't need to be complicated, and you don't need to hit a certain minimum all the time, as long as like you are dropping merch and stuff like that. It's just, it all works, it all eventually levels up, it scales up,
Totally.
So, and we take a lot of pride on helping people start from zero and
Of course.
scaling them,
Absolutely.
because we have a bunch of people who basically started with nothing, and now they're like crazy numbers,
Yeah. I was just saying that leads actually perfectly to my next question, because I was curious. So like, who's some of the people that you've worked with in money merch? Obviously, Dennis Rodman is one of them.
Yeah,
and then
Dennis Rodman,
Nico and Sway.
Oh no, actually we're talking about that right now. But we've done SpaceX. Honestly, you name it, we've probably done it.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So number one, I love talking to fellow creatives and just, successful people. That's what this show is all about, is having similar age people who are dope people, like-minded, successful, are doing shit at a young age that are relatable. I love that. Number one. And then my question, though, is just like any industry, music industry, art industry, anything, everything is so oversaturated now because the accessibility to do it is at such an all-time high. It's never been this way. So that's why it's like the greatest time to be alive, because of the opportunity, but also the hardest if you want to make art or shit, because it's so saturated. So for you, as someone who is successful in what they do and has extreme accolades and is doing it, what do you think for people who are either want to get into clothing or manufacturing or distribution, because that's such a popular avenue, like a lot of people want to do that shit, what would you say is like a key factor or like a discipline or something that people got to understand in order to take it from zero to not zero? You know what I mean?
I think that's two things. I think that you really have to focus on your relationships, right? Because at the end of the day, people that you meet are literally going to be like people that you might need in the near future, right? Like I've literally been in a situation to where like one of my high school friends, right, who was not necessarily the most talkative person, the most, outgoing person. He wasn't a complete like nobody, but he was just like very
the
shy.
quiet guy.
The quiet guy, right? He ended up coming to me later on with the biggest PO of arguably my career at that time. And it was all because I was always just nice to him, so
never burn a bridge.
Yeah, never burn a bridge.
Ever.
So relationships are really key, and I preach that all the time. And I'd probably also say that just don't forget like where you came from, because as fast as it might happen for you is as easily as fast as it all comes down. Because you also got to just keep a clear head and like you might do all these cool things, but overnight people can change and stuff can change for you, and it's man, just being humble, man. I mean, just I would say that.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It's good.
Do you ever feel too, because obviously, like, I see your page, you do the whole, you do like the content shit as well. The whole trailer park kind of thing is very like, it gives me Jackass vibes.
Yeah.
Gives me Jackass vibes.
We do a lot of craziness.
Yeah, totally. Like the trailer park shit gives me hella Jackass vibes. Like the stunts you guys do and just the way that it's filmed and everything.
We have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I fucking told Adrian when he was on, bro. I was like, dude, I would love to come out and just film some absolutely rambunctious shit with you guys. Just to do some absurd shit. Because I'm always about that. Yeah. I'm always about just having a good time and being like, fucking, dude, I'd be
Adrian, let's get this guy on, man. What's going on?
So down. I'll come out and do whatever, man. I'd love to hang out with you guys.
Do you want to be a trailer park boy right now?
Is there like, do I get like an oath or something?
No, you just gotta say, I am a trailer park boy.
You know what? Because I fuck with both of you, I could proudly say, I'm a trailer park boy.
Damn. There you go. That's all it took. You're a part of the trailer park squad.
See, guys?
I have knighted him, Shane. He's knighted.
I'm knighted.
Hey, it's good with me. Shane says it's good.
Dun, 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 dun.
You are now trailer park.
You are now trailer park. No, but that it's fucking. I love your guys' content. I really do. You guys,
thank you.
You guys kill it. I think it's very watchable and it's very consumable and it's very authentic. But I have a question. Also, this could do in the social media side of things and on more of the clothing aspect because I'm not very educated on the whole kind of clothing aspect side of things. But kind of how you briefly said and how you were explaining kind of your two pieces of advice was that people can change, things can change.
Yeah.
I feel like that can also translate to kind of what's cool changes, trends change, this changes. And so do you ever find that kind of keeping up with the times becomes a factor in the way that you move? And, just in the social media game, I find it with myself all the time, or people who ask me about content is wild because I'm like, bro, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just film shit.
Yeah, dude.
But that kind of keeping up with the Joneses aspect of things, I feel like you guys, is that like prevalent inside of the clothing industry too? Almost like
sure. I mean, a lot
the
of
designs or the material that you're printing on or the way that it's being done. Is that a thing?
Yeah, no, I would say a lot of it has to do with like a lot of what people are kind of buying at that time, right? Because there's a lot,
turtlenecks are back in, or okay, got you.
It's a lot of it's like, rhinestones was really popular like a year or two ago, right? And you always saw someone wearing a bedazzled T-shirt or like a hoodie, right?
Yep.
It's still like people still wear it.
Yeah, people still rock it.
It was like at one point like
the shit,
the shit, right? And eventually, obviously that dies down. It's died down a little bit, right?
Totally.
But I guess a lot of that stuff too is like a lot of people are into, like a jogger set.
Mm-hmm.
Valid. Like not all people. I mean, although like all black jogger set is like normal to wear, but if a lot of people were into like the turquoise jogger set or like a dark blue, you know what I mean, like a red jumper, you know what I mean? Like so, it definitely changes over time on what blanks, garments, and stuff like that is, popular, right?
Got you.
But right now, I think a lot of people are leaning in towards more of a streetwear and just like your ordinary bagel shop makes streetwear.
So I got a question for you. I'm curious. I'm just curious generally about kind of your background and your upbringing.
Yeah.
Just because I always have this kind of theory when it comes to people in the creative industry and people who are just like-minded on that side of things is I feel like there was some sort of childhood moment or experience or a person or a mentor or some environmental aspect that kind of
definitely
kind of sparked that. Ooh, this is maybe what I want to do or kind of the route that I want to go. Because I know I had that, and a lot of people who have been on the show that are creatives had that moment. So I'm kind of curious about like your upbringing and what that might have been.
Yeah. No.
Like,
So,
were you born and raised here? Or?
no. So actually, I was born in New York, bro.
Oh, no shit.
New York, Long Island, and super random, I know. And I moved out here when I was.
Oh my God, I almost spit on my beard.
I moved out here when I was like 4.
Oh,
And,
shit. Okay, dope.
So pretty much like raised here all my life. I moved here to Costa Mesa, and then then we ended up moving to Newport, over by Hoag Hospital. But
I know exactly where you're
right
at.
over there.
I know exactly where you're
right
at.
Where 7-Eleven's at.
Dude, the
right
Hoag
there.
is such a staple.
Such a staple.
Like, yo, you know where Hoag Hospital is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm right there. Like, oh, I know exactly where you are.
Dude, I love that spot. But we
Are
moved
you in
there.
the apartments right behind Hoag? Like before you, like if you're going to the back way to HB,
No.
past the Jack in the Box?
So we're, you know where the 7-Eleven's at right there? It's right off Superior. There's like a second liquor store
Okay.
right there. And I'm
Okay.
literally, the old apartments were literally right next
Got
door.
you. Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's basically where I was raised my whole life, was just right over there on Placentia. And yeah, man, I honestly, I grew up kind of just like always looking for, I guess like a father figure. You know, I grew up without my dad, so I was raised in a single parent household.
I feel that. Same.
And no, yeah, and honestly, I'm glad. I look back on it now, and I'm almost glad it happened, because it definitely gave me that chip on my shoulder that I needed to kind of push through and persevere and just kind of take things serious. You know, so I never really had a cushion.
Gotcha.
I had a good upbringing. I would say I was very like I was never hungry. I was, I've always had clothes. Like I always had the necessities.
I was going to say you were blessed with
Right?
his necessities.
Right? I
Yeah.
had the necessities, but I definitely didn't have anything extra. And so yeah, it was always good. You know, I sought after mentors. You know, I have 2, right? I have one. His name is Todd Tucker. You know, literally, honestly, he is my dad. I consider that guy like my dad. And basically, yeah, bro, I basically always had that too, right? Like he always just kind of showed me what it is to be a man. Like, what do you got to do, and what it is, right? And through that, I kind of learned on how to, be just someone that people look up to and people can come to for advice, and people could, lean on.
Totally.
So, yeah, dude. Yeah. Dang. That's a good question. That doesn't get asked very often.
Yeah.
And I pride myself on, being open to having other people, in your life, and kind of looking towards them as, for advice, as like role models.
Absolutely.
Right. Because I think that gets like missed a lot. And it could be anyone. It could be, the person, I don't know, your uncle, or, your teacher, or someone, right? It's a little bit untraditional. So just to give you context on Tucker. So he was actually my middle school teacher, who basically, I was always in detention. And
I can relate.
Right? I always didn't do my fucking homework
yeah.
at all.
I can relate.
He was always a teacher that took care of the kids that went to detention.
Got you.
And basically we connected through that. I was always there. I just didn't do it. And he kind of just looked after me, and just basically all throughout middle school, all throughout high school, just showed me the ropes, and,
Yeah.
And basically just kind of taught me game, taught me how to be a man. And I go to his house all the time.
Yeah.
I literally ask him for advice pretty often.
Yeah.
And it's
That's beautiful, bro.
It's crazy, man. Very thankful for that guy.
Yeah.
That guy needs his flowers. I should probably buy him lunch. So
Yeah. No, and there's 2 things in there that you said that I feel heavily on, that I kind of want to expand on.
Yeah.
Is the that kind of having an upper figure to look up to, or to seek advice for. And I've always kind of had this thing, and I may be completely wrong, or you guys listening maybe feel a similar way, but I feel like in today's society especially, there's this notion that you have to do it yourself type thing. Like, I'm gonna do it myself. I
sure.
fucking built this myself. I fucking, yada yada, all me. When it's, I feel like that's just not reality.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you can kill that ego a bit
100%.
and realize that, there's a lot of people out there that know a lot more than you
Yep.
that can help you career-wise, but also can help you personal-wise,
Yep.
and can help you figure out the type of person that you want to be or shape the direction that you want to go if you just humble yourself a little bit
Yep.
and realize that help is not a bad thing.
100%.
And asking advice or asking questions is not a bad thing. There is no shame in it.
Yep.
There is no, it knocks what I'm doing because
Yep.
I had to reach out to something.
Yep.
Like, why? Why? I just feel that's like a thing, or at least that's just like kind of the vibe I perceive.
It's totally okay to ask for help, man. I mean, I would not be here today if it wasn't for asking for help.
Yeah, right?
It's like
no one does it alone. Like, truly,
Yeah.
no one ever does it alone. Anyone who says, I did this alone, I'm like, I find that really hard to believe.
you will always go further with a team or with help.
Always will. Always will. And two, because I just want to touch on this because I think it's so crucial, and I believe in this so heavily just because it's like, it's what I believe as a moral, as a man, as is learning how to be a man is so crucial for all my fellow men out
100%.
there. Is so crucial. And, I get it, whatever fucking time we're in, all the bullshit.
No, you gotta learn.
I don't give a fuck. Do you.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I don't give a shit. But if you're going to be a man, you got to learn how to be a man.
Yep.
And that requires a lot of work. That requires a lot of effort. That requires a lot of internalization of emotions and realizing that emotions can be felt, but emotions don't always have to be acted upon.
100%.
And learning how to decipher when to act upon them and when not to, and integrity and character and how to maneuver with people and relationships is such a crucial factor of being a man that I don't know why it seems lost nowadays to me. And that's part of what bums me out. I was adopted by my grandparents, so I had my grandfather as like my father figure. Having someone who was 2 generations older and was born in the 1940s, like learning and being blessed enough to have that kind of role model rather than my actual dad. When you were younger, you don't really realize it, but then when you get older, you're like, holy shit.
Very vital.
So vital. And I think it would solve a lot of problems for a lot of men out there who struggle with a lot of stuff, whether that's mental health or just identity issues or this and that, is just really figuring out what it means to be a man and how you can do that in your way to be the best man that you can be for everyone around you. Because like you said, a man... And how I feel, a man should be a provider. A man should be a mentor. It should be all these different aspects that are valuable to not only you and the people around you, but to society.
Yeah, you nailed it, dude.
Like,
you fucking nailed it. Yeah, I agree with literally everything you just said. It does kind of suck that it's lost in translation now, right? Because it's so crucial growing up, one, to have a father figure or a role model kind of lead you throughout life, man. Because if again, like, and again, I'm totally single household, right? But you learn things that your mom wouldn't know how to teach you, And there are things that, like how do you become the leader of the household? Like how do you take that step and being like, okay, I gotta make sure things get handled, And again, it's definitely super crucial, man. And I'm sure you know like that it is very vital. And again, you tend to pick it up as you get older, and you're like, dang, I actually don't know how to do that, or I need to figure out how to do that. And then that's when you maybe figure out like, okay, I'll go watch a YouTube video, or something, right? And it's just like, but yeah, man, dang, that's super true.
Yeah, it's super true. And I feel so heavily on it because I feel that personal internalization and just real check of character and doing a lot of self-seeking knowledge of just a lot of things,
For sure.
Just helps you become a better person in the world. And especially that takes a lot of work. And, whether you want to admit it or not about, kind of your situation, not having a father, but finding this mentor figure, there's an aspect of that takes a lot of strength to be missing that factor that a lot of people are so blessed to have, but then kind of seeking that refuge or that kind of comfortability in another and taking in what they have to offer. You know what I mean? Like,
man.
That's really hard to do for a lot of people, and that's big ups to you, because you could have just been like, oh, I don't have my dad, blah, 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 all this. I'm going to fucking go down the shitty, pity party. I'm going to go down the shitty path. I'm going to fuck off all day and do nothing with my life. Or you can take what life has to offer you and
take it in.
And make the best out of it.
Dude. Honestly, arguably one of the best decisions I've probably ever made was letting Todd, kind of mentor me throughout life, man. My whole family knows him. My future kids and family will know him, and it's like, bro, that his children now see me as uncle, and it's beautiful. It's
right.
Like, it's so dope, man. And again, like, if you don't have a father and you kind of, struggling to kind of look for a father figure, I'm sure you're going to find it, and it's definitely crucial. And if you need a father figure, you got me.
But I know what you mean, you know what I mean? And that's, I get super passionate about this topic just because I think it's so important for people, just in general, to be, because I want everybody to eat, bro. I want everybody to be successful in their own way, and I want everyone to move how they want to move. But it's like, I feel like you can't do that if you don't understand what it means in that aspect. You know what I mean? Yeah. By the way, are you single? Are you in a relationship?
Single, man.
So I've had this. Might be a controversial thought. Don't really care.
We need a reel.
We need a spicy reel. Care. Spicy reel here.
Spicy reel coming in.
Super spicy reel. But no, I've always had this kind of thought, and I'm in a relationship. I've been in a relationship over a year now. It's my first relationship in a long time.
Love that.
And my girl is awesome. She's in nursing school. She's like doing her shit. Fucking on her
Dialed
grind.
in.
Works 2 jobs.
Love that.
Yeah, she's killing it. Awesome. Love her to death. But I've always had this kind of thing, because she sometimes like feels bad if she can't provide or reciprocate in the same way, whether that's financially or experience wise. And I've always had this thing to me that, I'm trying to think about how I can go this in the right way, even though I really don't give a fuck. But women, I do your fucking thing. Yeah. If you want to be the boss bitch and you want to be this, go ahead and do it. Be my guest. If you want to be with me and that's what you want to have, and go ahead. But I also need you to understand, and I feel like whether people are listening that are in a relationship or women that are listening, is like, if that's the case and that's the mindset that a girl has, for me as the man, that's awesome, and I will be here to support you, and I will be here to be your ride or die, and whatever it is that you need to do. But I need you to understand that as me, as the man, it is my job to take care of all of that.
For sure.
Regardless of what you want to do. Yeah. I don't care what it is that you want to do or how crazy you want to go in life with your aspirations in a good way. Yeah. Don't be some crazy fucking... OF shit with me, that ain't gonna fly, but no, you know what I mean? But like, that is my job as the man, is to provide all of that. Yeah. You can have all your own shit and as an extra.
Yeah, for sure.
But everything, regardless, no matter what, if shit hits the fan for you, everything is taken care of.
I agree, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And like, why is that so
hard?
Yeah, why is that so hard? And I feel like, why is that so just controversial?
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of it is just I
fucking hate it.
Yeah, it's different. I think a lot of it too is just like times are changing, man. I don't even know why that is like such a big thing, because for forever the man has always kind of led the pack.
Yeah, right?
Led the household, right? And who goes out to get the food, right? Just figuratively, right? Is the man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm all for. And that's a good one that you brought up, is that I'm all for, if you want to go be the dope, you have all these accolades. You've been everything awesome. I love that. But at the end of the day, I need to be able to manage the house, right?
Yes.
Which is basically, take care of the family.
You got a roof over your head.
Yep.
You got a bed to sleep in. You got food.
Yep.
You got a car to drive.
Yep.
You got everything that you need that you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about. So everything extra that you want to go do is all on you.
Yeah. No, dang. We need to get back to the olden times, man. What's
I
going
know,
on with
man.
that? The original oldies right there. The original oldies.
That's what we need to get back to. Original recording by the original artist. Dude, I've been meaning to get a fucking CD player so I could just fucking
that was like pretty spot on.
yeah,
Dang.
literally. I would love to sample this.
You think there's some craziness in there?
Probably. There's some bands on here that I have absolutely never heard of.
Shane, you need to get this track list here because we love old stuff on our Money Merch YouTube. So we need to fucking rip this shit.
I found this at a fucking swap meet.
Damn.
For like
even more goated.
80 cents, dude.
Damn.
Just gave him $1.
What a steal.
Oldies but goodies. Yeah, super sick. But yeah, no, I know. Sorry, I fucking got super deep right there. But
no, you're good, dude.
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. I think a man before, right, was always the leader of the house, was always the go-getter, and that's definitely changed over the years. And I think a lot of it has to do with social media. A lot of it has to do with, people trying to change the structure of the house. Whether I don't want to get too crazy into it, but
Yeah.
it's like that's
because it goes fucking crazy.
because it can get crazy.
It get crazy.
It goes very deep.
Yeah,
So
super.
I think it's a lot of it as a man is that you need to provide for your family, and you need to lead the way. And if you can't do that, then you take time to yourself to figure out how you can do that, and then when the time's right, you take lead.
It's as simple as that.
Simple as that, man. And we love for a woman to have a bunch of accolades and be ready to be a wife and a mom, and just cook for the kids, take care of the house.
Because I tell you what, that's hard as shit to do.
Right?
Like
that's vital.
being the nurturing role
Yep.
is really hard.
Yeah.
To be that.
Yep.
And that's like that isn't diminished to be that. It's just it's so crucial.
Very crucial.
It's such a crucial role in just the fucking way of
structure.
life of how it's always been. It's
how
such a
it's
crucial
always
role.
been.
It's how it's always been since the beginning of time.
Yep.
Dude, fuck. Steve-O any closer to filming a YouTube video with you guys?
Dude. Steve-O. Madhouse, what the fuck? You guys need to get Steve-O on there fast.
Dude.
Shane, where the fuck is the Steve-O video
Yeah, where's
at?
the Steve-O video at?
Bro, I don't know.
Adrian,
Where's the Steve-O?
Adrian, where's the fucking Steve-O video, man?
I know. I've just been
They're
seeing.
trying.
Dude, I've just been seeing that all over
They
your
got
guys'
the
social.
Bam. They got Bam in
Dude,
the video.
that was crazy. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
you're not the part of the Madhouse boys.
So
I guess
Madhouse-
explain that to
Yeah,
me too, because
yeah.
because I didn't get into that with Adrian. But
Yeah,
the-
I think that's like relatively new, but in the sense of like Trailer Park and Madhouse.
yeah, kind of like pushing the Madhouse thing.
So,
yeah.
So Madhouse is Adrian's roommates who he lives with in LA, and they do a bunch of Jackass style stuff.
Yeah.
They're fucking crazy. By the way, if you don't know who Madhouse is, you need to fucking look them up because they're fucking wild. And I'm
Stupid
gonna
wild.
stamp it here. They're gonna be the next generation of Jackass right now. I stamped that shit right here. All right, Shane?
You
hear
guys
that?
heard it here first.
Fucking but they do a bunch of stuff like that, and we honestly do a bunch of stuff together, right? Like Trailer Park and Madhouse. Adrian manages them now.
Oh, okay, dope.
So he's like there full time with them as well, and then whenever we need to do video stuff, we'll do video stuff. So
Sick.
they both live very like in harmony though. We do a bunch of content with them, they do stuff with us.
Yeah.
And which is
It's kind of like a symbiotic
brand
duo.
relationship. We collide. We do both and both. Because there's a bunch of brands. We got Money Merch. We got Trailer Park. We got Madhouse. We got fucking Shane over here in the corner.
Shane!
Yeah.
Yeah. Off camera, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You guys
I
will hear
love
that
those guys.
so faint on the mics. Just
Yeah. Dude, no, yeah, I love those guys, man. It's again, they are crushing it. They've definitely had a bunch of videos go viral.
yeah.
And yeah, they're on the radar. There's not a lot I could say, but they are on the radar of who needs them to be on the radar for. I hope that made sense.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
They're on the radar for They're a blip on the radar if you're looking at the radar.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, they're like that Call of Duty red dot on the map.
And you're like, God, where are they coming from?
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
everywhere. Oh my God.
They're right there. And you see them and you're just like, oh shit, I gotta go over there.
Dude.
And then you just go over there.
You just fucking go
And
over
then,
there.
you know,
Yeah,
you do shit.
You do crazy shit.
Yeah,
So this whole fucking, it kind of sounds like you guys are like building an empire almost type thing.
Yeah, I was kind of, that's crazy that you said the empire thing, because I was actually thinking about like how all these things work, right? These like not little, but like we got Money Merch, we got Trailer Park, we got Merch Mob, we got Madhouse, we got Figure It Out, and there's definitely all these things, and they're all different things.
But they're all under one umbrella.
Under one umbrella. We can tap into everything.
See?
And they're all ran by
basically the same people,
the same people, and it's basically, all right, what do we need from this? What do we need from that? Let's put those two together. All right, we're going to go here. We're going to go do that. Put them together. And it's basically just being able to do everything under one umbrella and take people from here, put them in there. So it's definitely an ecosystem of, all these brands, and they all do different stuff, and it's now, at the time, we obviously I didn't know it was like coming that way.
Yeah.
Being built up that way. But now it's like, it's totally the blueprint for us, right? Like
100%.
If we need someone to run our event, all right, we know who to hit up. Let's figure it out. All right, we need someone to do our merch. All right, Money Merch, boom. We need someone to film something, production, high quality production. All right, it's Trailer Park. We need someone to design something. All right, we're gonna go to the Merch Mob. And it's basically just having all these things
under one umbrella.
And you're readily available. But one text a call away.
See? And I love that you say that, because I've had so many people come on the show and ask me that same question about, do you feel like you're doing too much with like the three things I do? And I'm like, no, because it's all the same under one umbrella.
Yeah. And there's
isn't that branding?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that building like a business?
Yeah.
It's like, especially if you could have multiple outlets to do everything that you need to do or that you want to do.
Yep.
It readily available, like you said. Isn't that kind of like the fucking goal?
Yep. And then you can literally at any time, hit up anyone. And again, it's a whole team behind everything, right? I'm not, it's literally, obviously certain people are more involved with certain things, but it's basically like you can hit up whoever, and at some point you're going to hit someone else. Someone's going to get hit up for something. And then the whole team knows about it.
Exactly.
And then it's just like, boom. Then it happens.
It goes boom.
It's crazy, man. It's like, honestly, I love what I do. And it's crazy to be in this position, because it's like, I'm now able to kind of see situations and like, okay, what do they need, right? Okay, they need merch. All right, we're going to scale their stuff up. All right, they need production. We're going to make the dopest music video production, shoot an ad, vlog, whatever.
Yeah.
For them. Cool. All right. We need to run an event. Dope. Ed and Ricky and all the boys over there, they know how to do
Yeah, done. Taken care of.
Done deal. And then we have the Trailer Park Boys film all that.
Yeah.
We have Money Merch, make all the stuff for that. All the merch, So it's basically everyone kind of does something.
Yeah, everyone kind of has their hands in the pot a little bit.
And it's, again, you need to find people that are good with groups and are good with what they're doing. Because again, I'm not great at, the video production stuff, but I know how to put things together.
Yeah.
So that's where I come in as a producer for Trailer Park, and just kind of like, all right, you need to do this, you need to do that. All right, he's doing that, she's doing that. Perfect. They're working, boom, boom, boom. All right. Video's done. Cool.
Facts.
Adrian direct. All right. Dope. Shane's editing. Sick. And it's just like this ecosystem, and everyone does something.
Dude, I feel like, and that's it's really actually hard to find a group of people that are like, it's hard, but it's not hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
To find a really core group of people that are like-minded, that are really good at this, and this person is really good at this, but in tandem it goes really good together. Like, it's hard, but it's not hard to find that.
Very doable. It's very doable, 100%. You just literally have to search. Everyone has pockets of people that do certain things. and it's basically just find those pockets of people. And whenever, obviously you got to do something a little bit collaborative, right? You got to at some point do stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, I think it's very accessible. It's very Instagram, dude. The internet is crazy. I have literally made business partners off the internet. I have literally flown to Texas just off meeting someone through the internet.
Dude, it's fucking free.
Right? It's free.
The internet is free.
Yeah, dude.
Instagram is free. TikTok is free.
Yeah.
All these platforms are free.
Yeah.
All you have to do is put in a little bit of time
It's accessible.
to do some research or to find the people that you want to find.
Literally.
But I feel like people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's hard. I mean, it
is hard.
It's not. I shouldn't say that. It's not hard, but it's just some people just don't have the drive for it. They don't want to put in that extra, the extra oomph. You know? And it's like. People will see. It all comes to the surface.
No, totally, and I was talking with one of my artist homies the other night. Because that's just the reality, especially I'm really speaking as from an artist standpoint right now. That's the difficult thing about being an artist right now is 5, 6, 7 years ago, social media didn't play as big as a role as it did in your potential growth or your potential reach as an artist as it does now, and it's a huge opportunity if you're willing to kind of step out of your shell.
Yeah.
And a lot of my fucking artist homies that I talk to who make great music, but they hate doing social media.
Yeah.
And
they find it hard.
Yeah, they find it hard.
Yeah.
They find it literally verbatim. That's what they say is, I find it hard. I have to physically push myself to want to try and make a video.
Yeah.
When I'm like, I get that. I do. I totally get that mindset, but you just fucking press record and film yourself doing something, and then eventually by doing that enough times, you'll figure out what you actually enjoy making or don't making.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's all it really has to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you see a lot of that on TikTok now. A lot of people like the DIY stuff. You can literally just be sitting at a desk, on your computer, and maybe you're working on a spreadsheet, put some trending audio behind it, it goes viral.
That's what I'm saying.
Some caption on it.
That's it.
That's it.
What did that take you? Fucking 10 minutes?
10 minutes. And then that music that's playing over it maybe is your song.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then in turn, you go viral, and then you blow up overnight. It's the same thing with pertaining
and that
to,
opportunity is there. That's the thing.
Exactly.
It's actually feasible in today's generation.
Yeah.
You see it all the time. But I also do feel that's that juxtaposition for a lot of people where it can get misconstrued of you see people go viral overnight or you see people blow up really quick when that's like the 1% of the 1% who that just happens to, which is awesome. And that probably is not going to happen to you. I hope it does. Yeah. But just consistently putting in one of my boys who I've had on the podcast twice. Shout out Cole Gonzalez. I fucking miss you, buddy. I love you. He's
you're a beauty, Cole.
He blew the fuck up on TikTok. Mega famous, 6-7 million followers across all his platforms, built a crazy Discord community, all this. And he always came on here and told me, he was like, dude, I posted 800 videos before one video blew up.
Damn.
800.
That's a lot of videos.
That's a lot. And sometimes that's what it takes.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the case where you might put out 1, 2, 3, 800 videos before you might get that break. But it's the fact that break could come off of just a video.
For sure.
For me, it's that's the driving factor and the inspiration to just keep making content.
Yeah, being consistent.
Consistent with it. Keep putting out content. Keep just recording what you love and sharing your music. And it's also really important to share and post just kind of you and what you do and yourself, because that's what people really grab onto. Because he's got dope music, but he's a really dope person, and he's got a cool vibe, and he lives a cool life, and yada yada. There's a whole type of fucking shit that plays into it. But
it's kind of like the clothing.
I feel like I just got super scatterbrained just because I'm you know what I mean?
No, I agree with that, man. A lot of the screen printing, clothing, videos and TikTok stuff is a lot of DIY stuff.
Yeah,
and it's basically people who bought machines that are 1-2 color machines, and they just film themselves doing that, and it goes more viral than the big production stuff, you know? And
totally.
It's super accessible. Again, being consistent and, you know, doing that. But I personally, I think I've also seen the grind it takes to get that one clip to go viral. And then I've also seen the 1 clip, 2 clip, 3 clip, and you're viral, you know? Because essentially, like, not to say like we were working on Trailer Park for a long, like, not a long time, but like 2 years.
Okay. That's relatively long time.
Yeah, and within the year, was it within the year? With the Trailer Park that the Z video blew up? Yeah. It was our second video ever.
Jesus.
And that blew up, you know, because he blew up, you know, and it's our most popular video yet. But ZZZ, you know who you are. Thank you for it. Love that guy forever. And but yeah, that was our second video ever. So and that's how, you know, basically Trailer Park blew up. And then there's the other side of it where it's like you're in the clothing industry and you know you have to grind. You know, and it's like you take these little things, boom, 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 and then it's like a slow grind, you know? So I think it's all perspective, and I think it's all relative to what you're doing as far as like how you want to approach it. But yeah, I'd say being consistent, finding pockets of people that you can like tap into and like use them for like content or like, I don't know, he's a video person or clothing or whatever. And just love what you do, man. I think that's also a big thing is a lot of people nowadays do stuff to make money. And it's like at the end of the day, if you do things that you're just doing just to make money, it's going to show. One, it's going to show. And two, you're not going to love it because eventually the money might run out and eventually you just might not love it.
Or it's just never enough money.
Exactly.
You know?
Or it's never enough. And then you just switch it up, you know? And if you literally do what you love from the rip, you figure out what you want to do and you love doing that, the money literally will fall. As cliche as that sounds, but it is literally what you got to do, you know? And it's, again, like it took me taking accounting in college and I was like a BC student. I wasn't like anything good. I was passing, but it was very
barely. Yeah.
You know? And it took me like this whole like what the fuck am I doing? Like I'm just not happy with life, you know? And I was like, fuck, let me just try. I was always into clothing and shit like that, and I was just like, let me just try this class, man. Bro.
Changed everything.
Instantly hit me, oh my gosh. This is what I love to do. And I literally next semester dove right all in. And if I didn't take that dive into it, who knows where I'll be right now? You know, maybe it would have taken me 2 more years to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, but I think this is another point too, is taking the risk. A lot of people are scared of taking the risk. And a lot of the people that you look up to now.
But why do you think that is?
Because it's scary. It's scary. It costs a lot of money. It's something new. It's uncomfortable.
Fear of being judged.
You know. And again, it's not the easiest thing, but the people that you look up to on the daily, oh, I want to be like that person. Oh, I wish I was there with that person. Those guys are usually the guys that took the most risk. You know. And as much as you might want to think that they didn't and they just got propped up there and they're this and they're that, those people are usually the people who took the most risk. And at the end of the day, if you're not taking risk in the things that you love, then what are you actually doing? You know, because a lot of this is like, you got to take risk, man. Like you got to love what you do and be like, oh, this would be a big jump into something that I would love to do. But I don't know yet, you know? That's usually when you got to do it.
You got to cross that bridge.
You got to cross the bridge.
You got to cross that bridge.
You got to cross the bridge, man. And I tell everyone, like, you don't know unless you try. And if you cross that bridge, now you know what happens when you cross that bridge, you know? And mind you, man, it's hard, and I get it. It totally is hard. But I think the risk reward is totally worth it.
100%. Like you can cross that bridge and get to the other side of that bridge and realize that, oh shit, I went the wrong way.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about life. If you're willing to persevere and if you love it, you can turn back around and walk on the other side of the bridge, then walk back.
Yeah.
And by the time you walk back to the other side, the other side may now be exactly what you were looking for the first time, or the third time, or the 10th time, or however that may be.
Yeah.
If you love it.
Yeah. And
you love it,
literally,
because you'll be willing to do that.
Yeah.
And if you, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I 100% agree.
And now you know what it takes to cross the bridge, and then now you have that in yourself. You're willing to take the risk, and that's the biggest thing, man. Not a lot of people, they live their whole life not taking the risk. And I'm not saying having a regular, normal life is not cool at all, because it totally is cool. Not having these stressful nights and sleepless nights and,
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, trying to figure it out. There was a point where I literally had $0 and you had to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how did I get here? Holy shit, I got to make money.
Mm-hmm.
I got bills, all these things, right? And that's a lot of people, bro. And, it all just comes down to taking the risk and just doing a little bit every day towards your overall goal. That right there is probably the best advice I could give someone, is because a little bit every day is more than what most people do. And it's crazy how simple that is, but it's also people don't do it, and again, mind you, if everyone's dream was to do that certain thing, everyone would be doing it, but not everyone's doing that certain thing. Most people do the normal stuff, and that's totally cool, but I'm sure most people want more. Most
Absolutely.
people want to go to Hawaii and sit with their family and drink a Mai Tai. I would love a Mai Tai right now.
Yeah,
Shane, right? Tremendous.
Tremendous.
Right? So, and it's all relative, but you just gotta be able to take the early years and just kind of sit back, play the back a little bit, learn the game, learn from people, reach out to your mentors, find some, role models. All right, find people now in your space. Okay, this person's really good with this.
Yep.
Figure that out. Okay, boom. All right, now you move up a board, right? And then you're like, oh, I know all this stuff. Then all right, maybe it's time to get your LLC, stuff like that.
Yep.
And then
get your LLC, get your S corp,
get your
bank account set up. Yeah, come on.
Because eventually you're gonna need all of that stuff,
Have to.
right? And that's just a rite of passage into,
of course,
into the business world.
100%.
And then and that just keeps multiplying every month, every year, every 3 years, and then
it compounds.
It compounds, right? And then the sooner you're already doing it.
Exactly.
You're getting those POs for $10,000. You're getting those POs for $30,000. And then you're getting, and then it's like, dang, you were that kid in that OCC
accounting
room.
class.
In the accounting class, and holy crap, you didn't know what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that could be anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's,
isn't that the beautiful thing about life?
And I'm still not where I want to be, right? I'm still
not.
after it. I'm still searching, right? Like I still all these things, but it just took taking risks, crossing the bridge. Holy crap, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna take a crash course and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boom. Now I just figured out how to do Dennis Rodman's merch for a whole year. Now that's my foot in the door to meet everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've done stuff for him? Oh, no way. All right, cool.
Let's work.
Here's our PO. Yeah, you've great business you're running with money merch. Awesome. Cool. Even bigger PO. And then it just compound interest, man. Literally.
That's it, dude.
It's
compound interest by the
beautiful
effort that you put in.
Yeah.
I think that's what it compounds off. The effort and the risks and the dedication, the consistency that you put in is what compounds into great success, sustainable success, which is, I think, the most important is sustainable success.
Yeah.
Because 100%. It's great to be successful, but how long can you sustain that success in a very fruitful and a healthy way?
Yep.
And seems like that's exactly what the fuck you guys are doing.
Good.
So
it's beautiful.
That's
man.
awesome.
It's fun. I do what I love. I try to look out for my friends. I put them, it's all collaborative. It's all, this person does really well, and this person, and you bring something to the table too, right? So it's a beautiful thing, and I'm glad, I'm blessed to be in the position that I am now, because I didn't always see the light. You're just kind of moving through the darkness for a little bit, right? And there are all those days where you're just like, dang, bro, I literally don't know what I'm doing, or I might not even have $1, or I might not even have money to go eat. All I have is eggs.
I'm eating eggs.
Right? Me and eggs.
I'm eating eggs.
You're eating eggs. You're eating eggs for a week.
That's it. We're eating fucking eggs.
Dude, that again, and people who've done
there.
that, dude, I get that, man. It's crazy. Or top ramen. I've done the top ramen grind for a minute too.
God.
Don't worry.
We love the top ramen grind, dude.
Dude, I love this. The chicken
fuck
ones.
yeah, dude.
It's so good.
Well, that's so, because we're fucking, it's over, we're all like an hour and 10 minutes already.
Oh my God, dude, I could talk to you all day.
I know, it goes by super quick,
dude,
man.
God dang.
Yeah, super quick.
Dude, I feel at home here, man.
Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot,
get
man.
A fucking whole group in here,
dude. No, that would be the goal. That's a huge compliment. I appreciate that. That's always been my biggest thing about this podcast since I wanted to start it, was just to have people come on and feel very comfortable.
Oh, so
whether
good.
They've never been on a podcast before or never been in front of a camera before. It's just just comfortable. Just sit down. We're just talking, sharing. Like, that's it. So that means a lot. I appreciate that.
I'm proud of you too, man. Just
thank you.
Like I can tell you've been through stuff, you've overcame stuff, and you're making it happen. And I think that is so awesome, bro, because there's a glow about you.
Appreciate that.
It's like you're making it happen. When I met you at that party, it was just like you're exhilarating, just energy, man. And I
appreciate that.
I love people like that, because that is, one, hard to come by, and initially you don't know what someone's been through.
Yeah.
And again, we've talked a little bit off camera, and like I applaud you, man. Like you're making it happen. This room is fucking so sick.
Thank you.
Okay. Like I feel like I need to be a DJ too, and I need to fucking rip some tech house in the back,
Yup.
But like, yeah, bro. Thanks for having me.
No,
and like,
man.
Again, like, this isn't gonna be the last time we're gonna talk or anything.
No,
I'm sure.
absolutely not.
You're gonna be in my group now.
Absolutely
we're gonna be
not,
somewhere.
dude.
We're gonna be at some show, partying,
something, dude.
Spitting game, learning, doing some real something, bro. And
anything,
again,
bro.
Anything I can help you with.
Appreciate that a lot. Bro, Vice versa, man. It's all love. I love just meeting new people, and you're a great dude. I love your energy. I love what you're about. I just love this. I think this is the great thing about life, and just the creative industries, when you meet and connect with the right people, and even if it's someone that you've never met or that you've kind of met, and then you meet, you're like, man, like, it's a cool dude, bro. Right. I fuck with this guy. Like, that's what it's about. So, dude, I was going to say, because usually the last question of the episode is fucking the 7-on-7's one life advice, but you gave your life advice. You say this would be my one piece of advice for someone is take the risk, cross the bridge, which I agree, man. I feel like a lot of people in general, and a lot of you fucking people who are listening and watching, do not do that enough to do it. I'm telling you, there is nothing to be afraid of. There is nothing to be scared of. The only opportunity that you're going to ever have is if you take that risk, because you never know. Take the fucking risk, guys.
Man. You don't know what's on the other side,
You really don't.
The best life that you've ever dreamt of having is literally across the bridge.
That's it, man. That's it. And don't be afraid to turn back around and walk back across.
Don't be afraid. Now you know.
There you go. Well, my fucking guy.
Let's do it.
Dude, this has been absolutely amazing. I'm so excited that you came on. I'm honored that you came on and wanted to come on the show, man. It's beautiful. It means a lot to me. Seriously, it does. So, guys, episode 30 now in the books.
Episode 30.
Take
goodie.
Yeah, take goodie. Episode 30. Money merch, trailer park, madhouse. Fucking merch mob. You know the vibes, guys. I appreciate all of you guys so much for listening and watching. We will be back next week with another episode, but that is going to do it. Taylor, once again, my fucking guy, dude.
Let's do it.
My absolute fucking guy. I appreciate you. Love you guys. We'll see you guys soon.